So today's a really cool story. Something Bailey and I have been working on for probably about a year and a half is our postcards and mailers, from Valentine's to Christmas cards. So you can see the house behind us in Lantana, Texas. Our client reached out to us from our Christmas card, and it was a really cool story.
Yeah, we're learning how to utilize our database to grow our business. And so like CJ said, we've been doing mailers every month. I think this was our 13th mailer that we did, and somebody reached out to us from our database, and it was actually a referral from our database, and they referred their family member to us to allow us to help them close on this beautiful house in Lantana.
Yeah, and then we had one of our funnest clients, if not the funnest ever, Jinny. Her moving truck just pulled up, and she'll be here in a few minutes. And so one of the things that we did is we did our sold key, and we joked around and she knighted me. It was really fun standing right here where we're at.
Yeah, we have some surprises for her just to welcome her to her new home. She's moving from San Antonio to here to be closer to family. We're excited to welcome her with a big surprise.
Yeah, so a little bit more about the story. This house was like the one. She has 8 grandchildren in this area, and then her sister lives walking distance away in Lantana as well. 4 of the grandkids can actually walk to this house, so it was really important once she found the house she wanted. While there was a couple further down in Lantana, just a few miles down, the location was so important, and then that this house is 1 story. So those were some of the absolute requirements, was location and 1 story. And then of course, as soon as we put in an offer, we saw this house and showed it. Within 24 hours, it became a multiple bid offer, and we couldn't believe it. It had been on the market 152 days, and within 24 hours of putting an offer in on this house, a really strong, good offer, we got another offer. And so we worked back and forth with the seller's agent within a week or so of saying, hey, let's put in your final and best offer. And this is where I feel like Bailey and I really shined. We both did some research, got with top agents in our office, her past real estate experience, and then we met with our real estate business coach and just got some phenomenal strategic approach, got with the seller's agent, and we got our offer in. Once we were able to get with our client, got our offer in a day early before that Friday at 11 o'clock, and we put in our final and best offer. By Friday at 5 o'clock, we had found out that the seller accepted the offer on this house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was really excited.
Yeah, so we did it. Welcome home to your new home.
Welcome home.
That is
Isn't that cool? My friend Lisa, who's also a real estate agent, she has a friend who does this for a living. And I was like, do y'all do anything for welcome home? And she had this. We have a situation. The moving company had 2 guys here from San Antonio to help our client, and she hired 6. So we're trying to figure out where the other 4 are. So sometimes these are things that go down when you're moving. They have the 2 guys driving the truck from San Antonio, and I think that they probably had people locally, a couple of movers here locally, like 4 of them probably coming to jump in to help these guys. They thought they were gonna be here at 11:30. It is 10:51, so I bet the other guys will be here at 11:30 to jump in and help get her moved. We'll see.
So we actually just had to take a quick pause. As you saw, Jenny's starting to move in. We got a couple pots and we did some pictures. The moving truck pulled up. They actually came with 2 guys. There's supposed to be 6. And this is the real part of moving. There's a lot to it, a lot of coordination. That's why it's helpful to have a team from, obviously the clients to the realtors to movers. There's so many people that help you move into a new place. I might end up throwing on some shorts in a minute and jumping in on the move myself. That's where we're at right now. One of the things about real estate, when you get started, it's definitely the hardest time. I mean, some people feel like it takes 3 to 5 years. As Bailey and I are several years in now, this is an example of our 12th, 13th, and we're gonna send out a sold postcard from this house, our 14th card, going out to our database, our sphere, our friends and family. What we did, while we were a little slower to reach out when we first started, we definitely wish we wouldn't have been. So just a quick piece of advice that I would personally give from some of our own struggles. Reach out to your friends and family and let them know, hey, I'm here, I'm in real estate. Don't be a secret agent. the worst that can come of it is, you get a client, or at least they know you're in real estate. Maybe one of their friends' friends are moving and you get a referral. So that's how this all started, was sending out a postcard, different mailers, and this happens to be our Christmas card back from November, December. Jinny had said she was moving to Lantana, Texas, which is where we're at today. Here we are today, closing within the last week, and she's moving all the way from San Antonio. And that's kind of a recap on everything from today. So if you haven't reached out to your network or specific sphere and database, I would just highly recommend and reach out and just give it a shot. You never know who's gonna reach out. Sometimes it's the most unlikely friend or family with a referral. And that's honestly kind of what happened here a little bit. Unlikely situation, and they reached out. We were able to get our client here, and she can't be more excited to be by her 8 grandchildren. And if you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.